A winter night in Vancouver. Rain fell fine and steady, streetlights shimmering on wet asphalt. Mountains blurred in mist, the city's outline fading. Alone in the office conference room, Percy closed his laptop under the sterile glow of fluorescent light. Another deadline, he sighed. The words of colleagues echoed faster, more efficient. They pressed against his chest like a weight. On his way home, he wandered into a bookstore. There, a photo book of Kyoto caught his hand. Turning its pages, he saw stone-paved alleys, wooden houses weathered with time, temples wrapped in silence. The people in those images did not rush. They seemed to live with time, not against it. If I go there, perhaps I can breathe again, he whispered to himself. At Kyoto Station, he felt the air shift. Cold winter wind brushed his cheeks, carrying a faint sweetness. People stood in quiet lines, waiting for trains without haste. So different from Vancouver, he murmured. In a taxi, the driver smiled. First time in Kyoto? Yes, I've come from Canada. That's far indeed. Visit Arashiyama, Kiyomizu. Winter Kyoto is special. Outside, snow lay on tiled roofs of old townhouses, glowing silver beneath the lamps. Walking the stone paths of Ninenzaka and Senenzaka, he saw footprints and rain etched into the stones. Moss peeked from the cracks, glistening deep green in the winter chill. Light spilled from paper screens, shadows moving within. Beside them, modern cafes brimmed with laughter, old and new side by side. So naturally, he whispered in wonder. An elderly couple selling sweets called out. Tourist, are you? Yes, from Canada. Welcome from afar. It's cold, please, have warm tea. Steam rose from the cup, melting not only his hands but his heart. In Arashiyama's bamboo grove, he stopped, breath caught. The wind through bamboo was like an ancient song. Stalks rose straight to the sky, leaves shimmering blue-green in the light. Fallen leaves cushioned his steps with soft sound. This is music, he murmured. A young man beside him smiled. Yes, the voice of bamboo. The voice of bamboo? When wind passes through, it sings. People have called it that for centuries. Percy's chest trembled. Music born of nature and people together, something he had lost in Vancouver. In a small tea house, an elderly woman welcomed him with a smile. The air smelled of wood. Calligraphy adorned the walls. Where are you from? Canada. So far. You must be cold, please. Matcha. She turned the bowl gently, placing it just so. Thank you. Enjoy Kyoto. When he lost his way, students unfolded a map with cheerful voices. Straight ahead, then right, you'll reach Kiyomizu. Thank you, truly. Take care. He felt kindness woven into the very air of the city. At dusk, a temple bell tolled, low and resonant. Roofs glowed red in sunset. Branches swayed in the cold wind. Tears fell without reason. The bell stretched the present moment, holding it longer. Why tears? He asked himself. A monk beside him said softly. The bell reflects the heart. It is your heart that weeps. And Percy allowed his brokenness to be seen. On Kiyomizu's stage, he gazed at a sea of rooftops, red tiles, thatched eaves, all bathed in sunset. His hand touched the railing, wood alive with time. Mountains faded purple, sky shifting from orange to deep blue. I have fallen in love with this city, he whispered. A tourist nearby laughed. Of course, Kyoto draws people in. Percy nodded, vowing to live by a different rhythm. In an izakaya, he tasted seasonal sashimi and warm sake. The counter gleamed with lacquer, flowers adorned the wall. This is sea bream, raised in winter waters, the owner explained. So delicious the flavor deepens as I chew. Fish and sake carry the stories of season and place. Percy understood, then food awakens memory. At a bus stop, people respected each other's space. Clerks adjusted their voices to match their customers. Snow rested on branches, glowing silver under streetlights. Silence is not absence, it is choice, he thought. Back at his lodging, He wrote the day's sounds. Wind in bamboo, the bell's echo, footsteps on stone, the ring of a tea bowl. Together, they formed a melody. I tried to live fast, but what I wanted was depth. Returning to Vancouver, Percy chose not only to remember Kyoto, but to carry it home. In the morning, he rose 5 minutes early, boiled water, poured tea into a small bowl. As steam rose, he recalled the scent of Arashiyama's wind. The soft sound of cup on saucer revived the teahouse's quiet music. At work, he spoke with pauses, letting silence frame his words. Colleagues listened more deeply. "You seem calmer these days," one remarked. Percy smiled. "Kyoto taught me depth over speed." When his mother called, he no longer said, "I'm busy." Instead, "It's hard now, but I'll call back tonight." Her voice brightened, of course. When a friend shared troubles, Percy did not rush to solve. He listened, unafraid of silence. "Thank you. Just speaking eased me," the friend said. Kyoto's quiet kindness had softened his relationships. Months later, Percy booked another flight to Kyoto. This time, not for sightseeing, but for learning. He read books on architecture, tea ceremony, seasonal cuisine. He filled notebooks with reflections. "Next time, I'll stay longer. I'll live as I learn," he whispered, awaiting the day. On Vancouver's shore, watching sunset, he saw again the sea of rooftops from Kiyomizu. The sky glowed red, the city's outline softened. Two landscapes merged within him. "Kyoto lives in me," he said. Not nostalgia, but a declaration of how to live. Kyoto's beauty was not only in scenery or buildings, but in kindness, in chosen silence, in layered time. All of it breathed within him. Percy smiled and walked on.